Welcome back, YouTube. What we're going to do here today is make some laundry detergent. And I've got a recipe that I'm going to go by. It's actually my first time making it, but I do make soap. And this looked like a good recipe that I can share with you. All the ingredients are here on the table. First, you're going to need your 5-gallon bucket with a lid. Okay. And then the Mule Team Borax, the Arm & Hammer Super Washing Soda. Make sure that you get the washing soda and not a baking soda or anything like that. 1 bar of the Fels Naphtha soap. I recommend getting a old, maybe go to a thrift store or whatever, because you don't want to use these again for anything else after you cut the soap in it. So if you have an old chopper to use, then 1 bar of this, cut into 4 pieces, and then put in here. And what happens here is, once it is, you can see it's granulated. And we're going to melt that down. But anyway, these are your ingredients. And also I have, from making soap, these are the shavings that come from the soap. I'm also going to put that into my clothes washing formula here. Okay, so, and a measuring cup, 1 cup measuring cup. Okay, the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to show you. I have a pot on the stove, approximately a 2-quart pot. I'm going to take these granules from the naphtha soap, okay, and we're going to pour them into this water. Didn't mean to pour them. There we go. Got it out. So we're going to put all of this in here and let it melt. I have approximately, I'm going to say 4 cups of water in here. And now we've put the whole bar of chopped soap. That's what I'm putting in here now. Okay. I'll set this and let it get all of the little goodies in there. Okay. Kind of hard to do this, and but we're going to manage. Now what you don't want to do, okay, and you will see that I have this on a low setting, okay. First I boil the water, let it get good and hot, and then I cut it way down. So I'm going to have this on basically like one of the lowest settings that you can have, and we're just going to let this sit until this melts up. Okay, and this shouldn't take too long, probably about, I'm going to say 45 minutes, 30 or 45 minutes. Okay, once it gets fully melted, then we'll put it in the pot with the rest of the stuff. Okay, and now I'm going to measure into the bucket. Right, what we have going here is our soap is melting down, trying to get all of the little clumps and stuff out of it. Stir it up. I probably stir it a little more than most people would, but I would rather get all of the clumps out now in the beginning than deal with them in my bucket of soap later. And one of the things I've been told about this is you want to be very careful that it doesn't boil over, because if it boils over, it is the dickens to get it off of your stove. It turns hard very fast, and but anyway, we're trying to get all these little clumps out, and then we're gonna add our dry ingredients to the pot that's on the back. That's just use your biggest pot that you have, like a spaghetti pot or something like that. Fill it halfway up, and when you do that, we're going to bring that to a boil, and that is what's going to actually we're going to put the dry ingredients into the bucket. So this is coming along pretty good. while I'm doing this, I'll just tell you that this is going to save quite a bit of money compared to what I normally spend on laundry detergent. I usually get like the 62-ounce container laundry, liquid laundry soap, and I'm going to say it probably runs about $12, $14. Getting higher by the day, it seems, but anyway, this is going to come to a 5-gallon. These few ingredients right here are going to make 5 gallons, which is going to be pennies on the dollar compared to that. The recipe for this, I tweaked probably a little online from different places. You can add essential oil to it if you want. I've seen some of them do that, and I could see where that would be, really nice. I mean, you could add lavender or something like that. But the bar of soap that I put in here has just got a nice laundry, like clothesline fresh kind of scent to it. So I think I'm just going to stick with that, and just there's no reason I can see to add anything else to it. So our water is boiling in the back here, and I'm going to go ahead and cut that off because we're going to start mixing the dry ingredients in the bucket here in just a few minutes. But this has got the right consistency now. There's very little, if any, clumps in it. So, and it will sit here while I'm mixing the other, just getting, just melting down a little bit more. So what I'm going to do right now is cut it off, let it be cooling, and then I won't worry about it boiling over on the stove. Okay, now we're going to go by this recipe here. I'm going to put 1 cup of the borax into the bucket. Okay, should have opened that a little more before I did. So I got 1 cup of borax into the 5-gallon bucket. Now we're going to do 2 cups of the washing soda. That's 1 and 2. And these are still very heavy and full. And plus we have another bar of the soap. I've got more than enough to make probably 4 of the 5-gallon buckets of laundry detergent, so that's pretty good. Okay, so what we have now is we're gonna pour the hot water into this, the boiling water, and let it, I'm gonna put half a cup of my, here we go, my shavings in it, and this is off of the lye soap that I had. So this isn't something you will have to do, but when I make soap, I have all these goodies from when I shaved the bars, the ash off the bars, and it's just a additional ingredient that will make this soap work a little better. So what I'm going to do now is get the water. Okay, and I'm going to pour that hot water onto those laundry ingredients, and gonna stir that up real good and let it get all dissolved down in there. Again, I know it's boiling water, and I'm probably over stirring it compared to what any recipe would call for, but the smoother I can get it to start with, the better. Alright, now I'm going to let that cool down just a little bit. just for a minute or two. Let that cool down. That's nice and dissolved. Okay, what we're going to do here is add this bar of soap that we melted in the water. And put that in here with this detergent, melted detergent that we put in, the borax and the Arm & Hammer. And we're going to stir this up a little bit. And give that some more whirls here. I always feel good about saving money. That's what we do out here. We try to use our resources and be good stewards of the money that we do have, and there's just a personal satisfaction that comes along with making things on your own and doing things to save money. And okay, this is getting nice and bubbly, smooth. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're going to fill this bucket up just about to right here with water. Okay. This is probably going to take it about 3 pots, my guess. Here's one. I might be wrong, maybe 2. Okay. While that's filling up, I'll stir that up some more. And from online, what I've determined that is that this will get thick and gel-like overnight, and that's what it's supposed to do. It could have a kind of a separating gel-like consistency. It's not going to be like your store-bought, just run straight out of the container kind of feel to it. But it's very effective, and it's not anything to worry about if it is a little jelly. You just want to break it up some whenever you use it. Here's the second pot. Well, looks like I'll get another half a pot of it. Stir that up. It is, the consistency feels exactly like dishwashing liquid, and it has a very clean smell to it. And just getting it down to the bottom there. You can see it's soapy. And this is what it looks like, okay? Just foamy and soapy. Okay. Yeah, I'll get this last pot, half a pot. Okay, this should do it. This is the half a pot. Okay. Now, you can see this is very full. I have a couple more inches I could probably put in here, so I'm going to do that. Yeah. Wow. I'm going to need a bigger spoon. All right. Let's see. I might this on. Looks like I'm gonna get a little bit wet, but yeah, that's okay. Clean is good. Nothing wrong with that. Alright. I don't feel anything floating around in there, so I did a pretty good job of melting the soap chips up. Alright, now what's going to happen here is I'm going to put the lid on it. And this is going to sit overnight, and then tomorrow morning, and most people wouldn't have this, but because of our trade, we have a just like a big, we use our electric drill, and then we have a stirrer that we use for our paint. So we're going to take that and stick it in here and give it a few more whirls and soften it up. But like I said, as long as you keep it stirred up, and don't be alarmed if it turns to a thick gel, you'll be doing fine. And what I've been told about this recipe online is that you need 3/4 to 1 cup per load. And so, considering, you know, most of the detergents require 2 cupfuls, or 2 of the large capfuls, and that's pretty much consistent with that amount. So anxious to try this out tomorrow. It'll be ready to use. Facebook, now this is set for YouTube. Gonna have to cut the whole thing out. Okay, YouTube, this is set for over 24 hours. And you would normally, if you didn't have this contraption we have, you would use a wooden paddle or long wooden spoon to whip this up some, because it turns into like a little gel. It's supposed to have the equivalency of the thickness of the little gel things that you put in your wash. So as you can see, that's what this has. And so what I'm doing, this is our paint mixer when we put the little whipper thing on the end of it on our drill, and we're just beating it up some. And then we've already used it. You can use it immediately after making it, but and it turned out really, really good. We found that with an extra heavy load, you know, like a dirty large load, you would need 2 of the cups. And but with a regular load like I used this morning, it's just 1 cup. So yeah, this really turned out good. It smells nice and fresh. And thank you for watching. And if you like the video or you don't like it, let us know. Just and click like. Thanks. That's it.